Welcome to today's class. Today we are going to talk about material handling. Material handling entails two words. We have material and we have handling. Materials are the things that come into the organization. They can either be raw materials, they can either be finished materials or work in progress. Handling is that act of ensuring the materials are in a better condition. So by definition, material handling is the movement, protection, storage, and control of materials and products throughout the manufacturing, warehousing, distribution, consumption, and disposal. As you can see, material handling cuts across every activity in the organization. This is because it starts with the movement. So material moves from one place to another. And after that material moves from one place to another, the material must be protected. By protection, then you store the materials. After storing the material, you must ensure control of the material. So you are controlling the quality and checking if the material will be able to have that standard. The other thing that you must ensure is this happens throughout the supply chain, from the manufacturing to the warehousing until consumption and disposal. And consumption is all about the end customer. And the customer is the final person who handles the product. Material handling can also be defined as a process that incorporates a wide range of manual, semi-automated and automated equipment and systems that support logistics and make the supply chain work. So basically, supply chain involves very many activities, and this can either be manual, semi-automated or automated machines. And this, by definition, will help. Material handling can help in forecasting, resource allocation, production planning, flow and process management, inventory management and control, customer delivery, and at the end of the day, after sales support. So a company must ensure they have a good material handling system. This is because it will help in improving customer service, reducing inventory. Inventory in this sense is the stock in the organization, and this will shorten the delivery time and lower the overall handling cost in manufacturing, distribution, and transportation. Therefore, material handling will be able to ensure time and place utility. Utility is all about satisfaction. And through handling, storage, and control of materials, therefore, it will mean that material handling will be able to create a form utility by ensuring there is no change in the shape, form, and makeup of the material. So what are some of the objectives of material handling? One of the objectives of material handling is to minimize the cost of material handling. So remember, you are handling material so that you reduce the cost. It is very important. Remember, you are in business, and you are not in business to make people happy. You are in business to make money and to make profits. Therefore, if you implement your material handling strategies well, you will be able to minimize your cost. The other thing is that it allows the organization to minimize delays and interruption by making available materials at the point of use, at the right quantity and the right time. So at any given time, production is not interrupted, and this is as a result of better material handling strategies in the organization. It also allows productive capacity of the production facilities by effective utilization of capacity and enhancing productivity. So material handling ensures productivity is maximized in the organization in terms of the capacity. Capacity is all about the volumes that you want to produce. It also ensures safety in material handling through improvement in working conditions. So when you handle your materials well, even the employees will be very happy. If you have a good working system of handling materials, the working conditions of employees will improve, and this will also lead to morale. It will also allow maximum utilization of material handling equipment. So you'll be able to maximize your systems. You'll be able to maximize your machines when you have a good handling system in place. It will also allow you to prevent damages to materials. So materials will not be damaged at any given time. This is because every person of the organization or every member of the organization will work as a team to ensure they prevent damages. Remember, damages are costs to your organization, and once the costs are reduced, then at the end of the day you'll be making profit. It also leads to lower investment in process inventory. So once you have good material handling system in place, in process inventory will be lowered. In process inventory is the inventory that is in the stage of work in progress. Therefore it will be lowered, and this will lead to better profits in the organization. So what are some of the factors that you need to consider when selecting material handling systems? One of the factors, and it's very key, is the material, properties of the materials. So when you're choosing a material handling system, it is always good for you to check on the properties of the materials, the shape, the size. Is it solid, is it liquid or gas? So it's always important for you, before you come up with a system, you must ensure the properties of materials. Are the materials fragile? Are the materials corrosive or toxic? It is always important to ask those important questions before coming up with the properties of the material. The other important factor is the layout and characteristics of building. So what is the layout? And we all know layout is all about the arrangement in an organization. And an organization that has space must ensure the space is utilized well. Remember, when you have bigger space, then it means at the end of the day, you'll be able to use even bigger handling material, equipments or systems. Production flow is very important. This is because the organization will be able to ensure they choose the best system. Are they going to install conveyor belts or chutes? It is always important, before you consider what you are going to use, you must ensure production flow. The other one is the cost consideration. Remember, these are machines or equipment that you must buy. So you must buy equipments that will be able to ensure at the end of the day you get profit in your organization. So these machines must ensure they are not too costly to the organization, and the initial investment of operating and maintenance must be lowered as much as possible. This is because by the end of the day you need to calculate your total cost vis-a-vis your total profit and see what you get at the end of the day, and after that you will be able to make a rational decision on what you are going to do. The other important factor is the nature of operations. What are you going to do as an organization? Are those activities temporary or permanent? It is always important to ask the big question. If the activity is temporary, therefore you need to choose a strategy that will be temporary in nature. If this is permanent, then you need something that will take a longer time. Are the activities continuous or intermittent, or the flow pattern, is it horizontal or vertical? So the nature of operations is very key. The other thing is the engineering factors. Engineering factors such as the door, ceiling, dimension, floor space, flow condition, structural strengths are also taken into consideration in the selection of an equipment. So you need to check how the building was designed. Therefore, if the building has some various dimensions on the floor space, then you must take a decision dependent on the engineering factors. The other one is the equipment reliability. Reliability of the equipment and supplier reputation and the after-sales service play an important role in selecting the equipment. So you also need reliable suppliers who will be able to give you value for your money. So when you're choosing an equipment, you also need to ensure equipment reliability on the part of the supplier and the reputation that supplier has. So what are some of the material handling system? Material handling equipments are items or machines or other mechanical devices, powered or non-powered, that are used for the movement and storage of materials throughout the company or delivery process. An equipment system for material handling will usually contain a number of different units. Some of these items may be manual in nature, whereas others may be automated. So the two major types of material handling systems are either automatic systems or manual systems. By maximizing the efficiency of each item contained with the system, the entire process can run effectively as a whole. So some of the two systems are manual system and automated system. Manual systems are systems that use the effort of the employees, but automated systems are systems that are run by machines. Basically, they are powered. They can either use fuel or electricity. So what are some of the challenges faced in material handling system? One of the challenges is labor. Labor cost might be too high. Labor is the people who are working for that organization. Sometimes might be very difficult. This is because when you have a large amount of manpower, then movement even in the store sometimes might be difficult, and this can lead to accidents. And at the end of the day, will also lead to total cost of manufacturing will be high. The other thing is material management. You also need to consider how you manage your materials within a particular facility. Failure to do that, then at the end of the day, it will increase your expenses, and the warehouse extra materials will also increase. It will also lead to inventory shortages, and this will lead to unfulfilled and unhappy customer. The other important thing is downtime. Downtime is the time that machines are not working, and this will lead to numerous costs associated with downtime. So it's always important to continuously produce so that you reduce issues to do with downtime. The other important factor is safety. You also need to consider the safety of your employees. If you don't do that, then this will be a challenge to your organization. Organizations' employees will always have accidents, and this can affect even your productivity. And lastly, we have productivity. And productivity also is very challenging. So you must maximize every time. So what I would urge you is that material handling is very key in any organization. And even if you are in your area, even in your house, you have to handle materials every day. And if you don't handle those materials well, it will lead to damages, and this will affect the ultimate goal in your organization. And at the end of the day, you'll have losses. Remember, damages is a loss to your organization. So effective handling of materials is very key to any organization's success. Thank you for listening.